What is up, guys? It is the first episode of Maverick Hockey Live podcast. I am Marissa Voss, and I'm excited. I'm stoked. I'm fantastic right now. We've been talking about this for weeks, and it's finally getting started. I'm with three amazing hockey players that play on the team. We got three senior forwards: Parker Tuomie, Rivera, and Marc Michaelis. How are you guys doing?
Really good. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty fantastic. I'm pretty awesome. So,
Yeah, I'm good too. Nikki, how are you?
I feel like I'm pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, so I'm going to jump right into just some fun topics we've got. We just came back from summer vacation. You guys are getting into a little bit of hockey, getting your feet wet. How was the summer for you guys? What did you guys do? What was your favorite memories?
It was pretty good. We trained here for 6 weeks. We got some time off at home. I was lucky enough to see all my family. Both my brother and my sister actually got engaged, so that was pretty special to see all the family. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Got to visit Lake Tahoe in California, which is pretty sweet, and I don't know, there's a lot of family time. And then
and I was there for 10 days.
Yeah,
you were.
Yeah, I brought Parker back.
Yeah.
Brought Parker back for about 10 days, and it was a blast.
What did you guys do when Parker was there?
We took him to a Dodger game. That was probably one of the bigger things.
Really?
Yeah, so showed him a little bit around my town, and just hung out a little bit, stayed low key with it.
Yeah, I mean,
awesome.
Nikki lives in a really cool area of Santa Monica there, so we just we got to go to the beach once or twice, and like he said, to the Dodger game. So we had a blast.
Not bad at all. So Mark, what'd you do?
Once their season ended last year, I was pretty fortunate enough with Parker to head back to Germany and play for a couple more months. So my season personally ended pretty late, and in the end of May. Came right back here for 6 weeks of summer school and summer workouts, and then went back for another 2.5, 3 weeks.
Okay.
And now got settled in with the school and stuff.
All right, so hockey, basically.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Kind of. It starts more hockey, a little bit school, but yeah.
It sounds like you guys had like really eventful times. I literally worked the entire summer. I had 2 jobs, so I didn't do that. I got in the boat maybe like once or twice or a couple times, but nothing like going to a Dodgers game doing anything like that. I wish.
Yeah, it was a good game for sure too.
Yeah.
So speaking of hockey, since you guys are all hockey players and this is a podcast about hockey, we're going to talk about the newcomers this year. You got 7 new players, and it's new transition. You guys lost Max last year, which was the really bigger one, and then a couple other players. So what's your impressions on the new players? How are you guys adapting to each other? How's practice been going?
Yeah, it's been going well. I mean, we're lucky enough we get to stay with them for 6 weeks, get them kind of acclimated to Mankato and all the college kind of life. So before they get a little taste of it before crunch time actually starts. So I think that's pretty beneficial for them. We got to take them under our wing as much as we can. I mean, like we said, we lost Max Cota. He was a good leader, and he put us in a good straight line. So now it's our turn to kind of show the ropes here.
Right on. That's awesome. So some of the new players, they're from all over. They kind of play in Sioux Falls. Do you see any like strengths they could bring to the table? Do you see anything that really hits home? Like, we needed this. This is going to be great for maybe McNaughton, Jeff Sauer again. I mean, the conference. What are you guys thinking?
I think our coaching staff has done a really good job recruiting the right people. So it starts with some good character, bringing new guys in. Obviously, you just said we just lost Max, so it's kind of nice getting some new faces in, kind of get some fresh air. And then obviously these guys are rock solid. We actually, what we do in the summer is we have houses in College on the Quarter. Okay. So every house gets a freshman, kind of gets to know there. So kind of got to know the new players quite a bit on the ice, but more off the ice, which is going to be a key point for us moving forward as a team. Yeah, know what the players are like and how they live on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So it's really nice, and we got some really cool freshmen.
That's awesome. Yeah. So get them acclimated to how you guys live, how you guys do mesh as a team, because that's the biggest thing when you get new people. I mean, you have so many different people. Defensemen, maybe new goalies, like forwards. How are they going to mesh with your team? So the fact that you guys make them feel welcome by like trying to adapt them into your life is really a super cool thing. I mean, this is kind of a question that's like maybe a little dumb, but I mean, are a lot of them gonna start, do you think? Do you guys even know anything about starters, about what you guys are gonna do for the exposition game versus Mount Royal? Do you guys know anything about that yet?
No, no, not really. I mean,
Okay.
we haven't really put together any lines yet, so
Okay.
you know, obviously we can't predict those yet. But I think it's right now it's just the most important thing for us to just get back into working hard and paying attention to little details. And yeah, I think our coaching staff will have their hands full deciding who's going to play on Fridays and Saturdays. But yeah, those are signs of a good team. The deeper we can be, I think will help us in the long run. And like we saw last year, I think there will always be players that will step in at different times. So we're really looking forward to what these freshmen are going to bring to the table. But as of now, they're looking really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you guys talk about you just talk about your depth. You guys it's crazy. I mean, you've got you three obviously who are pretty head in the lineup, but you've got people that are coming out of nowhere, like Dryden McKay. He stepped up huge last year. He really did, and he had a killer season towards the end. You got Connor Mackey, who came through in the championship game. Nick, you also came through. I mean, just components that went into it. You got Hookinson. And to have those lineups not really lose anyone, but to have 7 more guys come in and make you guys even stronger, I think it's going to be crazy for next year. And, I mean, speaking of next year, what do you guys think? Expectations, thoughts?
Yeah, who wants it?
Yeah, I can say, yeah. I mean, we're really excited. I mean, especially for us, it's our last kick at it. So, I mean, clearly we're not really satisfied with the last 2 results we got through the tournament. So, we're looking forward to trying to do our best to get back there and kind of setting the stage there and trying to make some history in the program. I mean, but you can't really overlook the whole season in the picture. You got to go day by day. Our coach kind of emphasizes that. It's one of our biggest things, and it's kind of our job to kind of emphasize it as well, so the younger guys can kind of take action on it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's hard because you want to look towards the end. You want to be like, this is what we want to do. We want Jeff Sauer, but you guys did a really good job last year, too, of just being like, we want Jeff Sauer, but we don't know. We're going to take it. We're going to try. We're going to do things. We're going to take Mount Royal. We're going to take Arizona State after that on the 11th. So, but I don't know. I mean, I think I'm just personally excited to see you guys and have everything that happened last year and get you guys built up for that. But, I mean, we've talked a little bit about practice, but how has it, like, really been going to get back into the swing of things?
Yeah, so we usually go through different phases of summer and then of skating sessions, I guess. But, you know, our first summer session is just, what was it, 5 to 6 weeks?
Yeah,
5
about
weeks, 6 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
Where we pretty much just did workouts and the coaches stay completely off the ice and we run captain skates. So mostly we just scrimmage against each other.
Okay.
And then we get 3 weeks off, and then after that we come back for our next phase, which is then right before school starts.
Yep.
So that's when we start to pick up the pace a little bit. We work out, you know, continue to work out and skate a little bit more. And yeah, last week we started skating more with the coaches and had a little bit more structure in there. But
I have a question. How important is captain's practice for you guys as a team? How important is it to have no coaches there and to kind of be like, you guys, like, is it super beneficial for you? What do you guys think?
Especially with our coaching staff, you know, looking down the stretch, how much ice time we'll have for them during the season. I think for us being here for 3 years, we know like this can get old. Real quick, so we know it's important. It's important just to have us captains out there and kind of run practice, and you know, have guys gaining some confidence over these weeks in the summer. So when last week and this week when the first I think 4 or 5 hours a week we get now from the NCAA with coaches, so everybody's kind of prepared for things to start.
Yeah. So
and it gives kind of everybody everybody the opportunity to kind of work on their game and do individual stuff. Yeah. Because I think everybody has a little bit something to work on or that they want to focus on over the summer and get better at, and those captain skates are perfect for that. So
yeah, anytime you guys want to say anything, talk about anything, jump on in. This is this is mainly to do this podcast. We're going to talk about a lot of Maverick stuff, and we're going to have people in, hopefully new people come in. We got some freshmen. We even got like coaching staff come in from time to time, maybe commissioners. So, I mean, this is just a place to talk about anything and everything Maverick hockey, and for you guys too, to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about within reason. So, I mean, I'm going to go back. I saw you guys went to a golf outing. Is that right?
Yeah,
you guys had a golf outing?
Yeah, we have an alumni golf outing, and we have a team golf outing that we go through. So
okay.
The alumni golf outing is pretty fun. I mean, you get to clearly see a bunch of people that are a part of like the Blue Line Club, all that kind of stuff, the donors, all that kind of, and old players actually. So it's good to catch up with them and do our part with that. And then after that, we get to have one with just our team. It gets kind of competitive with the players and the coaches.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm not the biggest golfer, but some of the guys on the team actually can swing the clubs pretty well. So I mean, it gets pretty competitive. And
coaches took their second loss back.
Really?
It was their second consecutive loss. So before that, they've won every team golf tournament. But
yeah, you should ask them that when they come in here. Ask them about it.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, so
they're still pretty heated about that one.
We were talking with the guys, and apparently you guys lost pretty bad.
Josh French is for sure the anchor of the golf team.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't expect that at all. To be
his dad's actually the titleist rep for Minnesota. So
there it is.
Yeah, ever since he can swing a club, he has been. So yeah, he's pretty good.
I was gonna lead into besides Nick, because he just clarified that he's not good at golf.
The worst golfer on the team.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Probably you were better than I am. I'm horrible. Out of you two,
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I'm very bad.
It's not good.
Hit or miss.
So who's the best golfer out of Parker and Mark? It's right here.
Mac. Yeah, Mark is. I think there was one time we went to play at on a par 3 course, 9 holes, and I beat him, but that was the only time. Otherwise, he's a lot better than me. So
I don't have to add anything.
You just like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, leave it there.
Like, no, it's all good. It's all good. I seriously am not. I'm the worst, but I don't do that kind of stuff at all.
I'm a pretty good mini golf player, actually, though.
I'm the worst at mini golf too. You would think that would be better. Like, I'm small, like I can do it. Nope.
That's funny.
So besides golf, what do you guys like to do for fun in Mankato, or even just fun overall?
Actually, going back to the
yeah, for sure, go for it.
Want to bring up?
I'm not done.
I don't have to add how bad Parker is. No, joking. No, when we're here in the summer for 5-6 weeks, usually have online classes and workouts and skates, but we'll be done by 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
And when it's 85, 90, 95 degrees outside. For us Europeans too, kind of get into college, and we have so many golfers on the team.
Yeah.
That's why we spend a lot of time on the golf course too. And I mean, obviously, I spent some more time than Parker, but I think he's going to catch up in the future.
I'm at the
Parker,
pool.
come on, you need to get there. It's nice outside right now. Why don't you just go after this?
Yeah, I know. We decided a couple weeks ago that our golf season's done, and I usually spend more hours at the pool than the golf course.
Big pool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys have pools you guys live in College Town, you said?
Yes.
Right? How nice is that? Like, actually, like, I don't know. I live in like an apartment, and every time I see any one of my friends at that, I'm like, oh, I wish I would have paid for that. Like, you know what I mean? So how nice is it just to have that, even if you're like sore or anything, just to go swim in? This is actually right at Parker. This is right at Parker.
Yeah, no, it's great, obviously, and we take full advantage of that. And I think it's also actually a big part of our kind of our recruitment strategy, because it shows the opportunities you have here in Mankato. It's not as small as people think, and once you get to that pool, there's a lot of students out there and people you can connect with and have fun with, and obviously. You walk around with a pretty good tan, so
yeah. Oh my gosh,
it's a win-win-win-win-win situation.
That's the reason. Just get really tan. It's fine. I'm cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, continuing kind of to maybe redirect to hockey, even though this has been fun. We can drift back and forth. It's not going to be like an interview where I like literally go and be like, Nick, how do you think you played last night? Like, it's not structured.
I gotta be better. To answer the question, I gotta be better.
Just do better.
Yeah.
But I mean, Arizona State is your official game on October 11th, and you actually have North Dakota coming up. So, I mean, after that at home, that's a big game. I remember you guys going there and you guys rocking it. So when you're away, but having those there, I mean, how excited are you? Excited, pumped, a little maybe nervous?
Yeah, always pumped. I think going back to our freshman year, starting against St. Cloud, sophomore in BU. Last year it was at home against BU, so we have these big games or big non-conference games, which means so much right at the beginning of the year. So it kind of all the summer you have that kind of have that in your head, and you prepare for that, and then there's no better start to the year than having some big games coming up right away. It just kind of sets the tone, and you know how you prepare for games, because obviously you prepare for these games. If, for new guys who don't know how they prepare for the games, playing against such big schools and good hockey teams, kind of sets the tone for them moving forward.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, think about that the Verizon Center is a really amazing place to play for you guys.
They don't call it Verizon Center anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Civic.
Oh, no.
Just another hard time.
That's hard. That's going to be so hard for me. Like, welcome back to the the Civic Center is a great place. Yeah. Well, like last year when I first started doing this, I never had done any of that, like reporting stuff or whatever. So to come into a place like that is like, and it's an incredible feeling, and it probably gets you guys really amped up, I would have bet. Just like pumped to be there, get your like songs, go through the skate ups and everything.
Yeah, I mean, they put at least, I want to say it's 4,800 at least a night. So, I mean, that's pretty special.
Yeah.
There's a lot of schools that aren't as fortunate with that kind of attendance. But, I mean, we try to take full advantage of it. Clearly, our home record was pretty special last year. What was it, 21-1? So we lost one home game. And, you know, that's a compliment to the fans for always staying in it, making it a hard place to play in. And, I mean, we just try to take it full advantage of trying to be at the Civic Center as much as we can. Yeah,
I completely forgot you guys lost once at home last year. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, so we also only allowed 10 or 11 shots in that game. We just couldn't get one in.
That was so hard. Yeah. I remember I had an interview. I think I interviewed you two after that game or in between them, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. Like they're they're just so heated. Yeah. But I mean, that's the testament to you guys too, and even like you said, the fans. That's crazy. That's just crazy because sports teams don't do that. Yeah. You don't have a lot that win a lot at home. I mean, yeah, maybe here and there, like a good amount, but just to lose one. I mean, so what went into that? What went into having such a stellar, like record, pretty much overall, but even at home?
It's like Mark and Nikki both said. I think it all started with our start. I mean, we got off to a pretty hot start there against BU at home, and then going into North Dakota and splitting with them, I think gave us a lot of confidence for the rest of the season. And then, being at home, I think coach and our entire coaching staff really emphasizes how good we have to be at home in order to set the tone there.
Absolutely.
And it showed at the end of the season how important it was for us to have that confidence in that building that, hey, we can win this game no matter what, no matter what time and how much time we have left, we can win in this building. And time and time again, we've shown that, and hopefully we can take that momentum into next season.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, it's just crazy to like have that comeback. Just like I said, just reiterating again that you haven't lost a lot of people. Of course, you lost Max, which I think he's doing. What is he doing now at these days? Actually, does anyone know?
Yeah, he's signed in ECHL and the East Coast Hockey League.
Okay.
With,
he's
actually going to play with Charlie Gerard's brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Freddie Gerard.
Did Freddie go like to like
Ohio State?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
State, last year he graduated.
Okay,
and I think Brad McClure's in that organization as well.
Really?
Yeah, he played for him last year. Yep.
That's actually super cool.
Yeah. So
I'm like the biggest Buckeye fan, so I was like, please tell me. Like I love it. I love it. So going back into it, kind of strategies, from practice to practice, from game to game, do you have obviously different strategies for every single team you play, every single, whatever happens, if you're like tied, what is like the strategies you guys kind of go through? Is it just go out there and play your heart out, or what?
Obviously kind of
it's like what?
I mean, every team is different. When we come to the rink, usually walking you through that on a Friday morning, when you come to the rink, the coaches have like a tactic sheet ready for you. They've got the entire lineup from the last weekend. Usually throughout the week, they go through their special teams, power play and penalty kill, how they break out, their forecheck, and then on Friday mornings, it's kind of just a reminder on a sheet. We can read, pretty much the strategy of that team, and going through a week of practice in general throughout the year. We always prepare. Usually it's Monday, Tuesday. It's kind of a skill, and then get back into it after a hard weekend. And then Wednesdays and Thursday we kind of work that strategy.
Okay.
Again, what other teams are playing against us.
Yeah.
So be prepared for the season, for the series. Yeah.
We work a lot on their systems and what they do, but I think also, most of the time it's just worrying about ourselves and what we have to do.
Yeah.
And going through. Not always.
No.
No. Yeah. Yes.
No.
We do focus most of the time on us and what we have to do. And now as we start up to it, we're gonna get more into it of what our assignments are in the D zone, 5-on-4, 4-on-5, and all the special team things. So, I think if we're prepared and we know what our game plan is, then it's going to be hard for other teams to surprise us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think that there is something to talk about. So like here at Bethany, I do track, and that is such an individual sport. I do high jump, and there's no one that can help me. There's no one like a team, kind of a team aspect, but it's just me on my own. For you guys, it's a little bit of both. You are obviously a full team. You want to score goals together, but if you don't get assist, you go get an unassisted goal. That was all you. That was all Mark. That was all Parker. But it's still working as a team and a well-oiled machine. So I think that has like a lot to say about like the sport of hockey and just how you guys do what you do in and out. But I'm like thinking of like topics. I'm like, what do I talk about? What's going on? But we've hit home a lot about just the games and stuff. Is there anything that you guys want to bring up about, how you guys are feeling going into the season, even just being a student athlete, what you guys do?
Nikki has an exam later in a couple hours.
The student part's pretty hard. But
yeah, actually.
It might be harder than the athlete part sometimes, but it's tough. You for sure have to balance your schedule. You clearly got to stay eligible to play, and depends what you want to do with your future. If you want to go into sales or business or any kind of marketing, so you got to actually kind of take it a little serious and kind of go from there. But you got to go to class. You got to make sure you go. We're pretty strict on that policy because all these professors are doing their best for us and helping us out, trying to be eligible and successful in our academics. That we got to do our part. So it's a lot on our plate, but it's pretty fun. It's a good experience. You wouldn't trade it in for the world, I guess. It's a good experience.
I feel like you guys being obviously D1 athletes and like me being only a D3 athlete, I feel like your guys' like schedule for like lifting, working out, practice, school, does it get really hectic for you guys? Like, is it pretty stressful, or what do you guys?
Yeah, you get in a routine. We're in week 4 of school, so at this point, like, it's a routine. You know exactly where you're going, what your classes, your homework, and all that kind of stuff. So the first couple of weeks are always a little tough because you're a little rusty, but like I said, you get in a routine, and it's all pretty easy from there.
Yeah, for sure.
We're old enough too. We're not 15, 16 anymore.
Yeah, right.
We're 23 and 24.
Parker still has to catch up a little bit, but
that's a shot. That was an absolute shot.
Well, I live with these two guys, so I take this all day.
So I couldn't. You guys
for
all
3 years,
together?
this is the third straight.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot. Well, you guys obviously are like really close. That's why I asked for like you 3 specifically, is because I know like I've been around a year and I know that you guys are like really close. So do you guys like do a lot together? Do you guys like just hang out?
Too much.
Too much, really?
Yeah. No, it's not too much. It's not too much. No, we spend pretty much all day with each other unless we have different classes or things like that. But we try to spend as much time as we can with each other and play video games, just be regular college students, I guess. And we love doing it.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy actually though. Clearly Parker and Mark knew each other growing up, and when Parker first moved to America, we actually played on the same junior team when he was 7.
Really?
We were 17, so I got to meet him when he was 17.
So you guys have like
known
each other for a long time.
Yeah, I've known him for a long time now. I mean, clearly, it was easy transition. They're pretty similar people. So
it's just the Germans.
Yeah, just the Germans. But it's pretty crazy that we played in Wenatchee together for a year. Then we both kind of went our separate ways. He went Sioux Falls. I went to Omaha for two years, and then we actually both ended up back here. So it's pretty cool.
It's actually really cool how that like works out,
small
because
world for sure.
for juniors, like you kind of not, but you like go and you all right, like Sioux Falls. I know hockey. I don't know the ins and out of hockey, so I'm sorry if I like butcher a lot of this. But like you do a couple of years there, right, just to get ready for playing at college, through the opportunity to go to the NHL, correct? Or if that is, or somewhere else. So that you guys were doing that. How hard is doing juniors or going to that league and just getting prepped? Like, is it like, what do you guys do? Do you guys go to school? Not? Do you guys just like literally just play hockey for that amount of time?
Actually, when I came over
we were in
my first year.
Really? Okay.
I went to high school in Wenatchee when Nick and I played together. But then, I think it's kind of like here. If you get there at first, it's something different, and you got to get used to certain things. But I think the biggest part was just playing in North America and playing junior hockey. The travel schedule, you're away from home, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure the hardest part, being away from home. Like you're young at that point, so it's a little culture shock.
It's like,
and you do live in billet families, so they help take care of you, but you gotta still, some families you have to do your own laundry, take care of your breakfast, things like that.
Yeah.
And you kind of get thrown into the fire there, but other than that, it's a great experience. I mean, you meet so many guys and so many, coaching staffs, and you play in different cities around the U.S. So I think there's a lot more positives and pros than cons.
That's crazy for me, because at 17, at 16, whatever age you guys go, I could never think about leaving home. Like, you always say, like, oh, I hate my house, I hate my parents. But like, to do that and to go and be like, okay, I've got this ability, and know that you have the ability to go somewhere, especially you two, to go away from like across the seas. Like, you talk about studying abroad and everything, but that's completely different than what you guys are doing.
It was, for sure. It was pretty hard for me too. But I knew I wanted to play college hockey too.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to go through juniors. But I was 18 years old, I think, when Parker left home. He was about 13. He left home inside Germany to come play all over the place. He ended up playing in my hometown for a year.
Okay.
So I don't know. He moved away from home way early. It was tough for me, but he moved away from home way earlier than me. I don't know.
That's why I'm me.
It's fine.
That's why we'll take care of it.
That's a 13-year-old.
That's why Nicky and myself kind of be mom and a little bit of his parents. Yeah.
So essentially, like, you got to grow up so fast in that position, especially 13.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Germany, and my parents, they obviously came and visited me a lot and things, but at that point in time, I played up in a city where there was really no competitive hockey. So I, at that time, I had to make a pretty quick decision if I wanted to, strive for hockey, be a hockey player or not. So, and once I had those first couple of years away from home, I moved back with my dad, who was coaching professional hockey. So, I was back with him, and then. Like Mark said, I played with him for a year in Germany, so I was all over the place there too. But it got me ready. It got me ready for what my dream is, and that was to play college hockey. And now I'm here going into my senior season, so it's pretty exciting stuff.
I feel like this could be a movie right there, where you said, I just playing my dream. Yeah. College hockey. I'm going out into the world. Yeah. That's like crazy scary though. Movie. I mean, right? Yeah, a scary movie. Gosh, I could never. I can't even live on my own, and I'm 22 years old. I gotta help. That's cool. That's awesome that you guys have the opportunity to do that, and that you are so like comfortable now at this point, and you just can go out and do that. Oh my gosh, I almost ate the mic. No one saw that, hopefully. But I mean, I'm like trying to figure out stuff to say. I'm sorry. This is like obviously my first time to have been listening to like Pardon My Take and like, or Pardon My Interruption, First Take, like all those things, and I'm still like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. But so I don't know how we been. How we doing? What's
great.
going on? What's going on?
Not much. We watched the women. Nikki and I watched the women's soccer team beat number one.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, number one team
In the nation. So they were
So,
ranked 25th, and now they're up. Now they just got bumped up. They beat the number 1 and 4 team, so they just got bumped up to I want to say number 3 in the nation.
my
they jumped.
gosh,
about
that's a
22
jump.
spots, so yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty cool to see that game.
Did that happen today?
Sunday. Yeah, so
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah,
It's
we
pretty
attended the
exciting.
football game too Saturday, so we kind of were just bleeding.
There we go.
We were absolute Maverick fans this
Oh, yeah.
weekend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good experience. I mean, we're not fortunate to see too many games at Blakesley Stadium because kind of our season's kind of
Yeah,
clashed.
for
but
sure.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to see that. We have some friends on the team too, and even the soccer team is cool to see. It's just cool to see.
It's just go to-
everybody's like how everybody does their own thing. I mean, a lot of people
Yeah.
come to our games too, so we kind of want to do our part. So
That's really cool though that you guys can like kind of distribute the wealth, you know, like I'm gonna go to your games, I'm gonna do this, and to see that the Mavericks won football, right? Did they play
Yep.
Augustana and they won?
Yes.
Nice. I feel like they're gonna be getting in this year, and I'm
Yeah.
super excited. Sorry, that was Matt Maish. You guys know Matt, right?
Yeah.
The guy that does the hype
Yep,
videos.
yep,
and whatever, all the-
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that
right.
was
Yeah,
him.
he does a great job with those.
So I mean, we're kind of drying up on what we should talk about. So I mean,
Actually, I got something. I just
what's
saw the
up?
sign,
What's up?
Bethany Vikings esports.
oh yeah, want to talk about that?
Yeah.
So video games. That's like, you know, video games are getting like into such a huge
Yeah,
thing.
it's
We
a huge
actually
industry.
have a varsity sports team here.
no way.
We have it down in
Fortnite?
Hansi. We don't have Fortnite, I don't think. We've got
Might
like
transfer.
right. Actually, I don't. Do
I'm
we
the
have
best
Fortnite?
Fort-
I don't even know.
I'm the best Fortnite player.
Are you
Me
really?
and Parker, yeah.
Transfer, come on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we-
don't ask any of the other guys.
Yeah.
So he's
That's
like
between us,
bad,
yeah.
bad. So it's literally in like a big classroom. They can't transfer it, and it's like they have all these like tables, and they've got all like, you know, the computers and the headphones and like controllers and stuff, and they literally play people from like different schools, different teams in the nation. Like they literally just play video games, and it's our esports team, and they're actually like really good. They've been like national teams, like nationally like ranked teams. So it's literally like
Wow.
That's pretty
Since,
cool.
since when did that?
It
Kind of
literally
became a thing.
just started this year.
Okay.
So they worked on, you know, Greg, and then we got another guy named Seth, and they just like, and Seth's the main guy one of the main guys of this, and they literally just were like, hey, we're gonna do this, and they just did it over the summer, and it's starting, and they're doing it really well. I'm not sure what games I don't think we have Fortnite, and we don't have Apex, but we do have. This sounds really bad. Rocket League. Do you guys know Rocket League?
yeah.
Okay, I
love
think that's what
Rocket
it's
League.
called, right? Yeah, they've got Rocket League, and they've got
Call of Duty probably too.
You would think that they would have
You know,
more
Charlie's
like
brother's a
prominent.
professional gamer.
Really?
Yeah, for Call of Duty.
That's so weird to me because I'm not a video gamer to have
Yeah.
people that actually like pay. Like people
took
pay
it,
you to
yeah,
do that.
he took it more seriously when he was younger. I mean,
Yeah.
clearly, it's kind of hard lifestyle when you can't, if you want to play hockey, you
Yeah,
can't
you
be sitting
can't
up in your
do
room
that.
going 9 hours.
Yeah.
Charlie said he wouldn't even come to family dinner. His mom would just have to bring
You're kidding.
the
Get a
meals
little like
upstairs.
intercom.
Yeah.
Mom, bring me my food. I'm too busy at the moment. Like,
That's probably how it was.
what?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's actually like it's a really cool thing that they have, and like I said, I don't think they would have like Call of Duty, Fortnite,
Yeah.
you know, Apex. They don't. They have Rocket League. They got a couple other
I'm sure it'll grow though.
things.
Sports
Yeah,
games, yeah.
it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow huge, but a lot of them are just like, I don't know, they're really good. I got one of my friends. His name is Jay, and he like talks about he loves it, but that's like literally all he does. Like you said, he won't do anything. He'll just so this is a place that people like can play video games and be really good. I don't understand.
Yeah,
So that's what
awesome.
that is, and then
Yeah, one of my professors actually, he told us that esports in general they hand out scholarships now for people who play video games, which is insane.
I bet you. Yeah, that sounds
it's
nice.
literally they do. It's literally ridiculous. Like they were like recruiting, and you had to like play for the team for this team to get on, and like it's just such a big thing. Like when Greg was like, "Yeah, we're doing esports," I was like, What is that? Like, do you just like is like virtual reality? You like playing sports while you're virtually? I literally had no idea. So now, but it's like such a big thing. So I mean, yeah. And you want to transfer? No.
I might.
Maybe.
Kind of how it works.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about this.
Gonna wait for the first couple of games we got in the season to make a decision.
Yeah,
See how we do. See how we
We'll
do.
see in a couple of months. So.
You know, Hastings, I love this, but I gotta go.
Yeah, I
So-
got a big offer.
Bethany.
Right up the road.
Esports, actually. Yeah. Sorry, you're not gonna see me anymore.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, guys, we've been at this. We've been talking about everything, but I want to thank you guys so much for coming on this podcast.
thanks
for
for having
talking
us.
about this.
Yep.
That's
Sure.
cool.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, this was a thing that we just talked about, kind of like a dream, I would say, because we just talked. We were like, oh, I think we can do a podcast. I think this is a thing we can do, and I mean, now it's like an actual thing. Yeah, like take pictures, take videos. Seriously,
Get
seriously
some
though,
FaceTime.
hype
Zone.
this up.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited for this, and let the guys know that. I mean, just talk to whoever. Be like, hey, come on the podcast. I'll be like, I'm open. My arms are open. Come. So yeah, but we
Yeah,
got.
thanks for having us. This
Yeah.
was,
Yeah, for sure.
This was awesome.
All right, perfect. Well, we're doing this a bi-weekly thing, so for you guys to know who are listening to this, sorry for us jabbering on and on about nothing, but and everything. But we're gonna be talking about everything Maverick hockey on this podcast. It's gonna be on Thursdays. We're gonna launch. We're gonna do a weekly thing. We're gonna have different people coming on, and I'm super excited. So for all of us in the podcast right now, Nick, Parker, Mark, and me, we will see you guys. Well, I will see you guys next week, and listen in. See ya.